Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at my new car. I'm very excited to show it to you today. I wish it were a little bit more real than this one, but I did get this Ecto1 Ghostbusters inflatable that I am very excited to share with you today. You may remember in a previous video I did my Slimer inflatable review. I guess you can see where this is going. We're going to be creating a whole Ghostbusters theme area. Well, not really. I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff out there, but what there is out there is pretty cool, including this Ecto1, because this is, I think, going to be a showstopper. It is 7 feet tall, and get this, 16 feet long. This thing is going to be massive, and I can't wait to inflate it and see what it's like. So what does it say on the back here? 7 feet, light up, Ecto1 inflatable, self-inflates in minutes, power supply included for indoor and outdoor use, 16.8 feet, 5.5 feet wide, 7.02 feet tall, and weighs 8 pounds. Includes one inflatable car with air fan, 4 ground stakes, and that's pretty much it. So I'm a little worried about that 4 ground stake situation because I'm going to be putting this on my driveway area where there's not going to be anywhere to really stake it down. I'm hoping I can just maybe find some way to put rocks in it to keep it from flying away, because I've heard stories about other people who have had similar cars and they have had some wind issues and saw their cars flying away. But this is actually a Spirit inflatable, and it's a licensed product. The ones that I was looking at in the past, because I've actually wanted to do an Ecto1 car in my display for quite some time, and I've looked at them in the past, but they were different. I don't know if they were officially licensed, but I know one of the things people had complained about them was that they were only 4 feet tall, and it was just so unrealistic. But I'm hoping this one is not unrealistic, because it shouldn't be. It's $250. I was not looking forward to buying this. I knew I had to have it for my display, but I just kept it in my cart for the longest time because, you know, it's just, spending that much money on an inflatable it makes my head hurt. But I got lucky. Somebody actually contacted me and was really interested in having my spider archway inflatable, and I made them a deal. I traded them my used spider archway inflatable, and in trade got this Ghostbusters Ecto1 from Spirit. So I ended up not having to spend that $250. That makes me incredibly happy. Let's go ahead and open up the box and see what is inside. Here we go. All right, got a little instruction booklet, a little bag of stakes. Now these are not huge stakes. Oh, I do like that. They've got a nice big flat surface for you to pound, because sometimes when you take your hammer to these things trying to pound them in, you'll break off the end bit there. It has a power supply cord. Now, I was expecting to find this inside a plastic bag, which it is not. So, one of my favorite things to do is show you that perfect little cube that these things come in, that they will never go back in again. So, I guess we're going to miss out on that. But let's go ahead and take this outside, yank it out of the box, and see what it looks like. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. Okay, it is still quite the compact cube. It's sitting in there. You can see license plate offhand. This is probably going to take a while to get all these wrinkles out. I see here we've got a small fan. I wonder if that does look like it is the only fan. It's the only cord I see. So it does seem perhaps just a littlest bit undersized for such a ginormous inflatable, but we'll see. We also have some massive straps here. I'm not really sure what that's going to be. I guess we won't know till we get it inflated, so let's hurry up and do that. Just going to go ahead and plug it in right now. Let it go ahead and start inflating. All right. It took a lot longer than I was expecting for that fan to kick on. Sometimes when you start an inflatable for the first time, there is just a slight bit of lag. I was a little surprised at how long it took to inflate. Just to get the basic inflation took about 15 minutes. And you can see it's still not really well inflated. I actually turned the camera off and let this inflate for an entire hour. And you can see it's not very taut, it's just kind of weak. We double checked to make sure that the zipper was closed and that the fan wasn't blocked, and it's not. I think this is just it. That fan itself is woefully underpowered, which we'll see here in a second. Because look, as you can see, the advertising pictures, show that these things should be like straight out, and there's like no body to this pipe that's coming off the side. So that's just a little bit disappointing. But let me go ahead and bring the camera in and we'll take a closer look. All right, moving in closer, we can see the No Ghosts logo. This is definitely a licensed product. The door handles here, as you can see, are just kind of like a little blob of fabric. It's very wrinkly. I was kind of hoping that would work itself out, make it a little bit more realistic looking. As we can see, here is a close-up of these side pipes. It's got a little piece of fabric holding them together. It'd be nice if that would inflate, but as you can see, it just looks kind of like a deflated mess, as is that top piece there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the car. It does have a nice little grille print. Of course, the Ecto1 license plate, all wrinkled, obviously. And as we make our way around to the other side, I did have to tether it down a little bit because just the slightest wind makes this thing want to roll over. There are tethers at the front and at the back. But here on this side, as we can see, we've got a little bit of a different detail on the roof. And instead of the blue pipes, this one has a ladder, which is what these straps were that I was wondering about a moment ago. Moving around to the back, again, you've got the Ghostbusters logo, the license plate, and then let's take a look down here at the fan. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it over, which does so awfully easily, so we can get a closer look at the fan. There's nothing really to support the fan, and as you can tell, it's very, very small. And when it is sitting on the ground, the bulk of this fabric will fold down over the fan. There's 4 small nubbins here, but that's definitely in no way enough to protect the fan from blockages. We might have to get some sort of tubing to connect to the fan just so that fabric's not going to fall. But as we come around to the side, we can get a better look at the zippers. There is a zipper here by the fan. There's another large zipper here in the front, which should make it easy to be able to put weights in the wheels if you don't want to strap it down. But if you don't strap it down, the thing's definitely going to roll. All right, so you can probably see it's got a few blinking lights here as well. A couple in these small, I don't know what they are, lights. There's one in here at least. There's probably one in the back. I can't quite tell. It's still quite bright outside. So let's wait just a little while till it gets a little bit darker, and then we can see this in action. The saving grace of this prop is the darkness. In the darkness, it kind of hides some of the flaws and actually makes it look like a great prop. Unfortunately, by the time trick-or-treaters are coming around, it's usually still pretty light out. So it's a trade-off. I do think you might need some exterior illumination with this prop. All you have are the blinking lights here in the siren lights, and it looks like some of that filters down into the doorway. But overall, in the darkness, it's a little bit hard to see. Now, we did try taking a air blower and trying to actually shoot extra air into the fan, and it does puff it up a little bit more, and it made it look a little bit better. So I think if we can somehow retrofit a more powerful fan, I think it would look a lot better. But as it is, this has been inflated now for a few hours. It looks like it's stiffened up just slightly, but you know, still it looks still a little bit flat. Better than it was, but you're definitely going to want to plug this thing in a couple of hours before you need it. We also propped up the back end where that fan is to make sure that the air was able to shoot into the car. But that's it. I think for the price, I wouldn't recommend this prop. If you can get it on sale or secondhand, yes, perhaps, but at full price, it's just, I don't think the quality's there. But who knows? Hopefully, Spirit might get around to fixing these problems in the future, and hopefully they'll have some nice inflatables going forward. But that'll do it for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and happy haunting.